So, like, nobody wants to, like, film themselves crying, right? But, like, I don't have anybody. Because my ex, end of sentence, because of so many reasons, co-parenting is not working. He hates me. You don't have to like me, but he won't communicate with me. He won't do anything.
Some women believe they can get away with almost anything. Eventually, these men reached their limit and decided to file for divorce. But how did the women react once it finally happened? Subscribe and let's...
So, forgive how I look this early in the morning, but it's already been a rough morning. You can tell I'm already crying. It's my wedding anniversary today, and because this date has been ingrained in me for so long, of course it was the first thing that I thought about when I woke up this morning. And then I realized, yeah, we're still technically married, but this is far from being a celebratory anniversary. We're knee-deep in the middle of a divorce. He's waking up in someone else's bed while I'm here. And it hit me harder than I thought it would. And I don't know why. I know our marriage is over. I don't want him back. But it's, I guess, just maybe because it's the first anniversary that we're not together. I guess all the firsts are gonna suck. First birthdays, first holidays, first whatever important dates that we aren't together are gonna suck. I don't know. I didn't think it would be this hard. I thought, I had myself convinced it would just be another day, and that didn't really happen. So I packed a bag and I'm getting the hell out of Dodge and going to hopefully take my mind off of everything for a few days. But it sucks. It sucks knowing that there's not going to be a celebration, that we're not going to spend the day together, that we're not going to go out for our normal anniversary dinner we always have. And honestly, it sucks knowing that I'd lay money on it. He didn't even realize what today is. And even if he did, he's not going to be affected by it. He's moved on. And I guess that's what hurts, is all the time we spent together and everything we went through. And it's just blown up. So my goal is to suck it up, stop my fucking crying, and go enjoy the next few days.
She can keep claiming that she doesn't want him back, but it's pretty obvious she feels otherwise. She made the mistake, and now she's trying to make it seem like leaving was actually her choice.
My name is Riley. I'm a newly single mom with full custody of her 3 children with little to no help. I was a stay-at-home mom for 4 years, so when their father and I separated, I had only $300 in my bank account. During that time, I didn't have a job or have to worry about paying bills, so when we separated, I quickly realized how expensive life is. So I got a job, and then I got a second job in hopes of being able to afford the babysitter for my first job. I'm beyond grateful for the help, but at this moment, she's currently making way more than I am, rightfully so. So moms, any advice on how to budget for a family of 4, please let
None of this really adds up. She most likely got money from the divorce and probably received child support as well. What she's really upset about is losing the comfortable lifestyle she had gotten accustomed to.
Asked me for a divorce the day I was shutting down Pets.com. My career blew up and my marriage blew up. Then I had that moment, oh no, now I really got to figure out the kids thing. And I was 42 going on 43. So look, it was really, really, really dark. And it felt unbelievable.
She pushed her husband to his breaking point and only realized how much he did for her once he was gone. That's something she should have appreciated while they were still together. not after the relationship.
So the whole world is basically bashing me right now because I'm the baby mama who was upset at her baby daddy because he only decided to give his child McDonald's and not the rest of my other 3 kids. I have 4 kids. You knew the situation when you dated me. Our child is the youngest child. So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain. That means all my other kids knew him. He was buying the McDonald's when we were together. My kids have to go through a transition of our breakup as well. Like, yeah, me and you broke up, but my kids got to feel it too. So now my kids have to see only one of their siblings get McDonald's and not the rest of them. And they know it's coming from you because, of course, like me and you used to be together. They used to see you. You used to do it for them. But now you don't want to do that for them anymore. Like, to me, that's petty. That's petty. Like, it's not fair. Like, you're not finna give one child McDonald's and not all the other kids McDonald's. Like, I'm not going. And then on top of that, you mean to tell me you can dib and dab and want to do it sometimes, but yet you can't feed all my other kids McDonald's though? That's what you mean to tell me? Like, I'm not going for that. I'm going to stand on what I said, and I don't care what everybody else have to say about it. Y'all could judge me. Oh, well, I could be the villain, but I said what I said. Like, if you can't bring everybody McDonald's, then can't nobody have McDonald's then.
Wait a second. Why is she expecting him to keep buying things for her children after the relationship is over? She should appreciate everything he did for them while they were together, because he never had any obligation to do those things.
I'm not doing well, and I don't really have anybody to talk to. So, like, nobody wants to, like, film themselves crying, right? But, like, I don't have anybody to talk to, and I'm really alone, and I'm having a lot of panic attacks today, and I'm really frustrated because my ex, end of sentence, because of so many reasons. Co-parenting is not working. He hates me. You don't have to like me, but he won't communicate with me. He won't do anything. And then today, like, he just lied to our doctor for the kids. And I don't know how to fix it. And I don't feel like I'm doing enough, but I also feel like I'm doing it all. But that's not enough. And my ex doesn't want to see anything. And everything is my fault. And he won't take responsibility for anything. But everything's fine. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. Except that it's not.
So, from what I'm hearing, her husband left, she doesn't really have any close friends to talk to, and even her own mother doesn't seem to support her. At some point, you have to ask yourself whether maybe you're the common denominator.
I don't know how to get over my ex. I admitted it. It's been like 5 months since my breakup, and when I tell you that I wake up every day with the most crippling anxiety of my life, I would not be lying. I have tried everything. People say make more friends. I've made so many friends, and it just doesn't fill the void that I have. People say get new hobbies. I joined golf. I'm doing skating. I joined a gym for the first time in my life. I really started doing more art stuff. Still cannot get over my ex. And then people say, well, maybe just move. Switch up your environment. Switch up your space, you know? I moved from my apartment that I was in for the past 3 years while I was in my relationship to a completely different apartment. We've even been in this apartment together, and I still feel like I have this energy of him that I cannot get rid of. People say focus on yourself more. Okay, well, I only focus on myself. When I'm focusing on myself, I'm still thinking about him. My favorite is when people say, well, maybe go on different dates. Like, sometimes to get over someone and like move on, you have to like move on with someone else. I've went on 10 to 15 dates over the past 5 months. I'm not even joking. I'm on a break right now, but like, that's how many dates I've been on. And dates are the worst. I come home feeling so depressed, just horrible about my life, and then I like really want to go back to my ex. I just don't think that's working for me either. Someone please tell me, please. I don't know what to do at this point. Like, is there anything I can take to move on?
Here's one important detail, though. He was the one who ended the relationship. That makes you wonder what was happening behind the scenes. What exactly pushed him to finally make that decision?
I'm sitting on my bathroom floor. I just need to talk about this really quickly. Divorce is very hard. Especially when you have kids. I got married with the intention of staying with that person forever, right? Because I had a child with them and I wanted that family to be this perfect family. That didn't happen, right? And now I have to deal with not having my daughter all the time, and it breaks my freaking heart. You have no idea. Her dad gets her every other weekend, and I know I get her a lot of the time, and it's just, you just feel like a bad mom when you're not with her. Like, and I'm the sole provider for her, so I have to go work, and I feel bad when I leave her. I just see some comments and they bother me, and I know they shouldn't, but it bothers me because sometimes I feel like it's society's view on this whole thing. Then there's a societal stigma of these gender standards. Like, I'm a woman, right? I start dating again, I'm a slut, right? A man starts dating again, good for him. Woman, assertive, speaks her mind, she is a bitch. Man speaks his mind, wow, he's the boss, right? I start dating, oh my god, it's so soon. I post with my person, oh my god, she did this before. So you want me to be happy, you don't want me to be happy. I don't know what it is. Then if I break up with him, then it's like, wow, she can't even keep a man. Then if I don't have a man, it's like, wow, she can't even get a man. And it's like this crazy thing of trying to keep everyone happy. And I feel like my epiphany, where I started bawling my eyes out, is that the only opinion that matters is the one I have of myself and the one my daughter has of me. And when she's older, she will know. She will know that I did everything I thought was right, and I was young and I didn't really know what the heck I was doing, but everything I did was for her. I guess just be mindful of the things you say to people, and you don't know what they're going through. And for those of you who support me, just thank you so much. You don't know how much it means to me.
The only time she genuinely seems emotional is when she starts talking about having to work. Everything else mostly sounds like complaining and blaming unrealistic social expectations instead of taking responsibility.
Being a single mom makes me feel completely robbed of my motherhood experience. Like, I just know. I know deep in my bones that if I had more support, I could show up better. I know I would be more patient. I would have so much more time to just like pour into myself and be a better mom, and also pour into my son. But being a single parent or an only parent means that you're literally doing everything on your own. You carry 100% of the burden. And sometimes I wonder who I would be if I had more support. During my pregnancy, especially when Adrian was younger, and especially now. And then you wonder like how your kid's gonna remember you. And usually when you have two healthy parents, someone can just step in when the other one's having a mental breakdown or they need space, and you don't get that when you're a single parent. Or at least you don't get that when you're the only parent. And the kicker is that you can never fully lean into your maternal energy, because you're always shape-shifting from masculine to feminine, because you have to give tough love too. And sometimes I don't want to be the bad guy. Any major life decision, any parenting decision is made completely on your own. And you will spend 50% of the time wondering if it was the right call, and not having anyone to be like, yes, babe, that was right. Or you're not crazy. Or I back you on that. Not to mention realizing that literally 90% of the memories that I make with my son, I'm the only one who will remember, and I have no one to share them with, because kids don't remember stuff. And I know I'm a good mom, but I just know it's not supposed to be this hard.
Rather than admitting her own mistakes, she's blaming everyone else. Even if someone had stayed with her, she'd probably find another excuse. If anything, she now has more uninterrupted time with her child. So what's the actual problem?
I hate to be one of those women that come on TikTok and cry, and people are like, why is she doing that? I'll tell you that almost 2 years ago, my ex and I divorced after 23 years of marriage. And it's been almost 2 years. It has been the hardest, most loneliest time of my life. I mean, if somebody would have said that I would feel and walked through what I have walked through, I would have said, no, I won't, because I will not make it. I will not survive very long. I just pulled in my driveway from work, and I don't want to go inside because my kids aren't home this week. I also, when I look to the left, I see our basketball court and 2 basketballs in the yard. And I'm not going to move those. They're reminders of these precious children that I have. And that I can't stop. But man, times like this suck when I don't want to go inside my home because there's no one to go home to. No one is in there waiting for me. I will not be greeted by anybody. And that is a really hard place to be. So, I don't have any like crazy magic words that'll make you feel better if you're experiencing that. Just know that you're not alone, and these feelings, we all know they come and go. Last night I pulled into my driveway just feeling fine. I was actually a little bit excited that I just had the night to myself. But today it just hit me. You just never plan on things like this happening. So again, I don't have anything earth-shattering to tell you except that you are not alone in those feelings, and probably an important thing to do is to reach out to somebody that's healthy, not just anybody. While I think it's important to sit in those feelings and that grief, because there's so much growth happening. Like, I know there is so much growth happening in my heart, and I want that growth because I don't want any of that pain to be in vain. I want to come out of this a better woman, a better mom, a better partner for that person. So I'm going to wrap this up because I'm rambling and I kind of want to delete it. Maybe I should. But just know you're not alone.
I guarantee that while she was married, she probably kept asking for more space. Now she's upset because there's nobody waiting for her when she gets home. Some people simply never seem satisfied with what they have.
It sucks that my kids have to pay the price for my failures. It sucks that their experience of childhood is going to be in a separated home in 2 homes because of my bad choices. That sucks.
There's some crucial things that people don't talk about after you go through a divorce. The fact that the quietness and the emptiness in your home when you don't have your spouse or your children is deafening. You have to really get comfortable with being alone, and it's very uncomfortable. You quickly realize that you are now the center stage of all conversation in your friend group because you're now living this wild and fun life because you're no longer attached to anybody. And I don't know about you, but I spent a lot of my time crying and eating pizza and drinking wine in the bathtub. Being single is glamorized in today's society, and people are saying, yes, good for being single, and you should really, really just enjoy it. It's so freeing. When really you lost your purpose because you've been supporting this person for X amount of years and supporting their aspirations and their goals and their dreams and their desires, and you lost yourself along the way. So now it's beautiful. You get to find yourself, but it's hard to sit in that and be like, oh, who the fuck am I? So maybe be a little bit more gentle on the single people in your life.
This one takes things to another level. She's not only blaming her husband, but also her friends and practically everyone around her. If she truly wasn't responsible, her friends would probably be criticizing her ex instead. Instead, they're supporting her, and she's still finding something
my ex-husband 3 specific ways: control, criticism, and comparison. I was in control of everything. I controlled how the dishes went in. If he loaded the dishwasher and it wasn't good enough, the way he was going to lead our team, it wasn't good enough. The way he managed everything wasn't good enough. Nothing he did was ever good enough. And then I let him know out loud, like I criticized everything that he did and told him how it should have been done better. And perfection was the standard that I held for him. So nothing was ever good enough, because I was comparing me and him, and I had this self-righteous view of myself that I knew the way and my way was better, and nothing he ever did was enough. And eventually it created a man that was apathetic, that was resigned to not do anything. Why should he show up? If I'm gonna redo it, or if I'm gonna do it better, or if he's gonna get criticized, why should he show up? And then that caused further division in our relationship, because he would say that he was going to do something and then just not. And it created this big void in respect. And where I got it wrong in the respect category was I was waiting for him to show up as perfect in order for me to begin to respect him. I didn't ever respect his effort. I didn't ever respect the progress. I didn't respect anything. And that caused...
At least she recognizes the mistakes she made, but unfortunately, that realization came far too late. By then, the damage was already done. Her husband's mental health had suffered, and the marriage had fallen apart because of her own choices. Anyway, that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and I'll